This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shenango, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hold. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's a fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Coming to you live from Shenango High School. It's time for high school softball, finally, on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Laurel taking on Shenango. This game originally scheduled for last week on Friday, rained out. Rescheduled for Tuesday, rained out again, but beautiful sunny weather here, and it's going to be under the lights to finish it off tonight for this crucial section matchup, as you have Laurel and Shenango both at 5-1 in section play, one game behind undefeated Neshannock. With Jay Moan alongside, I'm James Dotson, ready to have some fun here, and what's going to be, we expect to be a great game. We got to see a dramatic game before here between Shenango and Riverside in a junior high games. That's why this game was played as a 6 o'clock start. Ended up going long, so teams still getting ready for warm-ups here. If we have as much excitement in this one as we had in that junior high game before here, Jay, we're gonna have a heck of a night.
I'm looking forward to a good game tonight.
We have two teams that are coming in with a couple of high-scoring wins against the bottom dwellers of this section in the end. But long and short of it, Jay, is that you got two teams that are starting to hit the ball. They're starting to hit it at the best that they have all season, and that's, again, going to be very crucial as you hit the midway point here of the section season.
Well, Laurel does have 4 players batting over 400 and 1 batting over 500. And then in Shenango, they have a couple, 1 over 500 and a couple around 400. That's about it.
Yeah, Shenango, though, does have the number 2 hitter right now in the entire county, and Zoe Offey hitting just shy of 700 on the season. And it's interesting when you look at Shenango's lineup, because the top 4 or 5 in the lineup have been hitting insanely well throughout the course of the season, very consistently well over the course of the season. But it's getting it to turn over from the bottom of the lineup that's been the biggest issue for Coach Amy Delaney's Shenango Wildcats. And on the other side, for Laurel, it's going to be an interesting setup here, too, because they are without their top pitcher tonight, Riley Balcom, out of town on vacation. Now, normally I would say, oh, come on, you're having a vacation during your sports season? She's in Hawaii. I will gladly give her the break on that one. But Balcom coming in a 5-3 record, 42 strikeouts versus 16 walks. She's not available. It's going to be Claire Zeppelin who will be in the circle. And she had a great game against Riverside on Monday, getting her first win of the season. And it's not like she hasn't pitched much. This is going to be her 9th appearance on the year, Jay. So she's had plenty of time being in the circle. She's going to have to, a senior. She's going to be a senior leader, but she's not been the top hurler on this team. She's got to step up tonight.
I'm sure she's going to. I mean, she's probably been sitting there thinking, I'm going to get my chance one of these weeks. And she was thinking maybe an injury, but this is better than injuries.
Absolutely. And, you need pitching depth. In fact, when you've looked at some of these Laurel teams over the last couple of years, you had a great pitcher in Addie Deal, but a couple of years ago, she was struggling. She got hit, I believe it was hit on the arm or in the wrist and tweaked the back at the same time in a game against Neshannock. Really struggled to throw after that, but they were able to bring in a familiar name, Grace Zeppelin, who came in and was able to be a very effective pitcher the rest of the year and still ended up making it to the WPIAL championship and to the state semis that year. So even though softball not nearly as much needing a big pitching staff as you do for baseball, Jay, it can be very crucial.
You have to have more than one pitcher. I don't care what happens, because you never know what's going to happen in a game. It could be a bounce ball off you get hurt, or a trip, or anything during a game.
So they will have, again, Claire Zeppelin on the hill here tonight. Laurel 9-3 on the year. Shenango at 6-4. Both teams one game back out of first place behind Neshannock as you take a look at those section standings. Riverside right now holding what would be the 4th spot and final playoff spot here out of Section 1 in Class 2A. And a lot of love for this section. Neshannock, the top-ranked team, rightfully so, the 3-time defending district champions and defending state champions at number 1. Laurel currently ranked 4th in the Trib Live High School Sports Network rankings as well. Shenango and Laurel battle for second place. We're going to take a quick timeout here during our pregame show. We'll come back. We'll have starting lineups, first pitch here from Shenango High School. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom, sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
More and more, people are consuming information on screens. Businesses that want to engage, educate, or entertain clients are turning to Toshiba to provide inspired communication with digital signage experiences that attract attention in novel and entertaining ways. Information needs to be managed to be effective, and organizations can trust Toshiba to provide solutions for improved workflow, which help to securely store, organize, and manage information, whether in digital or physical form. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Just a few minutes away from first pitch here from Shenango High School as we have the Wildcats and the Spartans battle for second place in Section 1 of Class 2A. Laurel is going to be your visiting team, so let's take a look at your starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. And you're going to notice both these teams very underclassmen oriented. In fact, only one senior starting for each of these teams here today. For Laurel, Pancher, Lang, Fell, Evans, Seifert, Kroll, Pasco, Miller, and Kabalka as the starting 9. Claire Zeppelin in the flex will not bat. Kabalka, the designated player, hitting forward. But 3 freshmen, 3 sophomore, 3 junior, and Zeppelin, the lone senior, not in the batting order. But you talked about the averages on the team. Macy Lang hitting over 500, and Smutney of others over 400 on the year. I'm more interested in the speed that they've shown over the course of the year. A lot of players, not only with a lot of stolen bases, but a lot of extra base hits, finding shots into the gap.
I do like the speed, and speed can really change the difference in the games.
Let's take a look at your defensive alignment, brought to you by Medora Bonner Law for the Shenango Wildcats. Kennedy Lynn will be the pitcher. Talk more about her in a second. Christopher Offey and Buckle in the outfield. Alusia and Byerly on the left side of the infield. Freshmen Peyton Pilch and Tegan Shippert on the right side of the infield. Emma Herb, the sophomore catcher, with Kennedy Lynn, the junior hurler. 60 strikeouts for just 6 walks on the year. Love that ratio, making her 9th start today. She has a 5-3 record on the year and a .98 whip, so she allows less than 1 base runner per inning on the year, Jay. She's been very efficient so far here on the season.
Well, that's definitely very important to keep the people off the bases.
We'll see how these catchers go against, because we talk about the speed that Laurel has shown. Well, Shenango, they have a lot of stolen bases themselves. 35 stolen bases on the year for the Cats, 38 on the season for Laurel. And especially for Shenango, it's going to be, can they get a 1-2-3 inning and keep the top of this Laurel lineup off of the base paths? No, by the way, Kennedy Lynn, talk about being efficient this year. She actually has 2.5 no-hitters on the year. She has a 3-inning no-hitter, a 3-inning split no-hitter, but the big one, she had a full complete game 7-inning no-no against Southside, the second game of the year. 11 strikeouts, 1 walk in that game. I mean, okay, you're going to see a couple no-hitters against, the Aliquippas and New Brightons of the world, but to do that against a talented Southside team in only the second game of the year was a really impressive way to start this season.
Yeah, you're starting out at the beginning of the year. You don't have your stuff. You're not really pitching as good as you can at the beginning of the year. And she can start that way. She's only going to get better.
About time for your first pitch coming your way. First pitch delivery brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Make sure you give them a call for delivery of your 3 to 5 gallon water cooler systems. As Ivy Pancher steps into the batter's box. And just 23 minutes behind schedule, we are underway. Ball 1 missing upstairs. Official time of first pitch, 6:23.
Ivy come in batting .444 for the year and has 16 RBIs, tied for the league team lead.
That one right down the pipe, evens the count at 1-1. She also leads the county with 25 runs scored. That's exactly what your leadoff person should do. Get on base, score some runs.
We want to see that speed.
This is one of 4 softball games in the county here tonight. Strike 2 called on the outside corner.
She didn't like that call, shaking her head.
Of course not. Here's the 1-2 from Lynn. Misses away. 2-2 the count. Pantry mentioned batting .444 on the year. She and Macy Lang, the 1 and 2 hitters, believe it or not, are the ones leading the team in RBIs. That's a little unusual.
That proves your point about the leadoff, the upper part of the lineup hitting and the lower part not right now.
That one tails away, and the count runs full here to Ivy Pancher to start today's contest. Laurel's 3 losses all on the year, all in non-section, or 2 in non-section play against Mercer and Beaver, and then the loss to start their section season at Neshannock. Payoff pitch, ground ball through the box, and it's going to get it past the diving Sydney Byerly at short for a leadoff single.
That's how you want to start a game. Right up the middle, like a C&I ball, right up past the pitcher and past the shortstop into center field.
That's going to now bring up sophomore Macy Lang. Coming off a 3-for-3 day yesterday there, Jay, with 3 ribbies in their win against New Brighton.
She came in batting .515 with the 16 RBIs.
First pitch going to steal is Ivy Pancher, and there it is. You got to keep the Spartans off the base pass because a single can turn into a double just that quickly. That is her county high 14th stolen base of the year.
And that wasn't even close. She got a good jump. At least the ball didn't throw it into center field.
Now runner in scoring position for Lang. 2-0 now the count as that one misses away.
She's thinking about taking third next.
Shenango also has a loss on the year to Beaver. A non-section loss to Elwood City as well. That one on the inside corner. Count now 2-1. Newcastle traveled to North Hills today. Hopewell hosting Elwood City, and we just got a final. Sharpsville defeated Wilmington 10-0 in that big game up in District 10. Here's the 2-1. On the inside corner, 2-2 now the count.
Keeping Pancher close to second base.
Laurel's worked good counts so far. This one off the end of the bat towards short. And it's going to find a hole into the outfield. And that's going to easily allow the speedy Panther to make it all the way around. An early 1-0 lead for the Spartans.
There's another seeing eye single right up past the pitcher and in the center field. Shortstop couldn't get a hold of it.
Yeah, Byerly was playing a little in the hole, and I'm not sure if maybe she was blocked by the runner or in terms of vision, because it didn't look like she got a great jump trying to get to it, unfortunately for Shenango, but fortunate for Laurel, it finds its way into the outfield. Now comes talented freshman Haley Fell. All she's done on the year is driving 13 runs herself, but how about 9 doubles and 5 triples on the season?
And a .463 average. These Laurel Spartans can hit.
Right on cue. Another hard shot towards short. Byerly able to get her glove on this one, but tough play. Going to be an infield single for Fell. So 3 straight singles to begin the game for the Spartans on the road.
That was the hardest hit ball so far out of the first 3.
Now sophomore Maddie Evans to the plate. Had a 2-run home run yesterday. Already 1-0 here in the top of the first inning for the Spartans. That one misses inside for ball 1.
Evan also batting over 400 with a .438 average.
But again, all underclassmen. Junior, sophomore, freshman, sophomore, junior. And that's how they start with their lineup. And now a 2-0 count coming here to the sophomore Maddie Evans. Called strike on the outside corner. Makes the count 2-1. Coach Garraway in his first season here with the Laurel Spartans. Coaching down at third base. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. Took over for Coach Frank Duddy. 9 seasons, 3 WPIAL championships during his tenure for the Spartans. Hey, he's hanging around the program. He's in attendance here tonight. Said that he's enjoying being a spectator. Can't say I blame him.
When you coach as long as he did, it's probably nice not to have to coach.
But can still stay around the program, can still help out when needed, but also be able to enjoy his life. How about 134 wins, 44 losses? 10 of those 44, nearly a quarter of the losses that he faced, all came against Neshannock in the last 3 years. Another hard shot. Make it 4 straight singles to start the game for the Spartans. Rounding third, coming into play. It's going to be a close one, and it's going to be around the tag and in for Macy Lang.
Nice slide by
Lang able to get around the tag. Bang, bang play. Gets in there. So 4 straight singles, all to the left side of the field. Maddie Evans with her 15th ribby of the year. It's now 2-0 in favor of Laurel.
I thought maybe she's going to be out there at home plate. It's close.
First pitch misses outside to Hayden Seifert for ball 1. Hayden, big shout out to her. Just won a national medal on the hockey rink, playing for a national team. And now she's swinging a hot bat as that one's going to go over the head of Zoe Offie in center field. Ball basically rising the entire way. It's going to be at least 2. She's thinking about 3, and it's going to be an easy out at third. Seifert gets a 2 RBI double, but is out trying to stretch that double to a triple.
I think she probably should have stayed at second base, but it was a nice cutoff, and then throw to third base, she was DOA.
Well, you can definitely see this Laurel team going to be aggressive. A close play at the plate for Macy Lang, trying to take an extra base any chance that they can, using those wheels. Just that time, first out of the game, recorded on the base pass. But now 10 RBIs on the year for number 10, Hayden Seifert. 1 out, and a 4-0 lead for Laurel.
Nobody on base now, and Lexi Crow off the bat with a .469 average, and she has 13 RBIs for the year.
She's swinging on this one, chops it right to the first baseman. Steps on the bag, does Tegan Shippert for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring Lizzie Pasco to the plate. Now maybe a chance for Kennedy Lynn to just settle down slightly.
Laurel's definitely hitting the ball hard right now.
Lizzie Pasco had an RBI yesterday. One of the 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. And this one misses downstairs for ball 1. The one thing you could say about Kennedy Lynn, 7 batters faced so far, only 1 first pitch strike, which also doesn't help in terms of you want to get ahead of your opposition every at bat that you can. This one tails away, 2-0 the count. Just to put you as the pitcher in the driver's seat, right?
Oh, you got that right, James. Very important to get that first pitch strike in.
Swing and a miss. Count now 2-1.
Nice hard cut by Lizzie that time. Just didn't connect. This is outside now, 3-1 the count to Pasco. She doesn't want to lose her. 2 strikes, want to get this third out. Get the bats going.
7th batter of the inning. First base coach is loaded up with everything, with the iPad, with the couple of armbands, and maybe having to get a couple more bits of equipment because Pasco able to find an opening for a 2-out single.
Nice hard hit ball right up the middle.
6 hits in the first 7 at-bats here for Laurel. And especially, again, reminder, Jay, that they don't have their normal starting pitcher. Talk about a pitcher's dream going out to the rubber with at least a 4-run advantage.
The best thing is to come back in the dugout with nobody runs being scored.
Macy Miller hitting .235 on the season, steps up. First pitch swinging, swings and misses for strike 1.
It's always nice to start an inning with a lead.
This one down at the knees, called strike 2, but here's the difference. Now you're ahead in the count really for the first time today if you're Kennedy Lynn, up 0-2.
So what do you throw here?
Misses away. 1-2 the count. Again, Kennedy Lynn, a .98 whip on the year. That means less than 1 runner per inning reaching base on average.
Well, she hasn't played a team like the Laurel Spartans yet this year.
Good hold as that one drifts off the plate. 2-2 the count. Yeah, 6-4 record. Lynn 5-3 in her times in the circle.
Living in the corner a little bit. Make sure we're bringing this in a little bit.
Again, works the outside corner. Good job to waste that one by Miller. Count remains 2-2. Yeah, played well in their lone section loss, a 6-0 loss to Neshannock. No shame losing to that team ever. As this one up and in, actually off the dome of Macy Miller.
Thank God for that helmet.
So Laurel will send their 9th batter of the inning to the plate. And we're going to have a UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. You can schedule an appointment at any of their 4 Lawrence County locations by calling 724-983-7000. And I like this from Coach, just going out there as Coach Delaney and saying, hey, let's calm down. Let's get through this last batter. Come in and swing the bats. We know we can hit him as well.
It's tough when you have an 0-2 count and then you end up losing the person. Unfortunately, she hit her in the head, which didn't do any damage, but it's tough when you start out 0-2 and you just can't get that third strike across. She wasted one pitch, and now once you have a choice.
So now the freshman designated player today, Peyton Kabalka, just her 8th plate appearance of the season. She squares the bunt and lays down a beauty right in front of the catcher. Herb pops up quickly. Great play by Emma Herb to get Kabalka out at first, but damage done. 4 runs on 6 hits and a couple runners left on the bags. Laurel sends 9 to the plate in the top of the first, and they lead 4-0 here at lcsportsnet.com. We'll keep it right here, flip the script, and take a look at the starting lineup for the Shenango Wildcats, as they're going to have a 4-run deficit here to deal with. Herb, Offie, Byerly, Alusha, Lynn, Buckle, Shippert, Pilch, and Christopher in the starting 9. 3 freshmen, 4 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 1 senior in the starting lineup. Let me say that again. 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore, 4 juniors, 1 senior for Coach Amy Delaney. Her 3rd year back in her 2nd stint as the head coach of the Wildcats. She was the head coach for 11 years from 2006 to 2016. Stepped away as her kids were starting to grow up. She wanted to coach a little t-ball and decided to get back into the swing of things, quite literally 3 years ago, back now in her 2nd stint, where she also teaches here at Shenango. Take a look at your defensive alignment, brought to you by MedorBonnerLaw.com, your community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Pasco, Pancher, and Kroll in the outfield left to right. Maddie Evans, Haley Fell on the left side of the infield. Macy Lang and Macy Miller on the right side. Hayden Seifert, the junior, behind the dish for senior Claire Zeppelin. Only her 3rd start of the year, Jay, but again, 9 appearances. She's been in the circle plenty of times on the year. 19 1/3 innings pitched, boasts a 4.34 earned run average. But most importantly, she's got a lead to play with.
And let's see if she can get out of this setting with no runs. That's the way you want to do. Your team gets you that big lead, you want to get right in, no runs, and get right back in the dugout. That's always a goal when you're a pitcher.
And that's not the goal, is to start with putting the leadoff batter on base. And that's the one thing that you could say, if anything, she's had some issue with, is that that's now her 6th hit batsman on the season.
That's not exactly how you want to start an inning.
Normally you like to say 1 pitch, 1 out, but that's 1 pitch, 1 ouch. That one misses upstairs for ball 1 to Zoe Offie. 6.79 average. Not only is that the best on the team, 2nd best in the county for Zoe. She swings and chops this one towards third base. Nice play by Evans. Going to make the long throw across the diamond, able to get the speedy Offie. Great play by the sophomore Maddie Evans there at 3rd.
And pulled that ball out of the dirt. First baseman made a nice play in that.
Early nomination maybe for a Maley Chiropractic play of the game right off the get-go.
Have to write that one down.
This one fisted but fouled down the first baseline by Sydney Byerly. Both teams with freshmen hitting in the 3 spot, Jay. Impressive how often we've been seeing a freshman coming right up and making a huge impact as a leadoff batter. We're seeing that at Newcastle right now with Aaliyah Stolzinski. That one misses upstairs, evens the count at 1-1. Here with Byerly for Shenango and Haley Fell for Laurel, both coming in shortstops and hitting 3rd for both of them.
Yeah, they're hitting the ball, so you got to put them in cleanup. Almost hit her that time.
Hitting a 4.48 on the average on the year is Sydney Byerly. A double and a triple and a couple of RBI yesterday in their win over Aliquippa 18-0. This one's popped up on the right side of the infield. Going back is the second baseman, Macy Lang, and it kind of falls in the Bermuda Triangle out there between her, Pancher, and Kroll.
What would you call that, James?
That's got to be a single, because that wasn't definitely not a routine play. One that I think that the coaches will say absolutely should be caught, and I believe all the players would say the same thing, but just a tough play going back for Lang. You got to give that as a single.
You think she should have caught that, or right fielder got it?
Looking at where Lexi Kroll is playing right now, that's a long way to go. Throw down to third base on the double steal. That means Sydney Byerly will get a stolen base as a result, as Herb able to get back in there at third. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Brianna Alusha.
She's only batting .292, but she has 13 RBIs. She leads the team with 2 homers.
Now, that's one of the things that Coach Delaney talked about with us is, you need to have the timely hitting, and at times they have. At times, though, it just hasn't worked out.
They need to get her a couple runs here.
This one popped up on the infield. It's going to drift towards foul territory. That's a good job by Haley Fell to call off the third baseman and make the catch. That was in fair territory for the second out of the inning, and that's a big one right there as the runners have to hold place.
If they would have got that a little bit further, it could have maybe had a sacrifice fly, but definitely was infield. You could have called the infield fly roll in that, James?
No, because there's no runner on first, no force play.
That's right.
Ball one upstairs. So again, both these pitchers struggling on the first pitch strike, allowing the batters to be, so far at least, kind of in the driver's seat. This one driven towards deep right field. Kroll going back on it and is going to end up making the catch a few feet in front of the warning track. Lynn gave it a ride, but it was tracked down by the right fielder. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 runners left in scoring position for the Cats. Laurel leads 4-0 after 1 inning of play. You're listening on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP, and watching on Game Changer.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Top of the second inning, and Laurel, after sending 9 to the plate in the first, will have the top of the lineup coming to the plate.
7 hits in the first inning. Make that 6 hits in the first inning and a hit by pitch.
Yeah, finding a way to get on base, and that's, again, especially the top of the lineup, has done so efficiently all year long. Pancher singled, stole second, and scored barely by the time we had finished talking about our keys to the game, which we'll take a look at our official keys to the game here after this 1-0 pitch, brought to you by Works in Progress Paint Services. Lynn winds and fires, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Talking with Coach Delaney, it was about the timely hitting more than anything, and you kind of said it best, Jay, trying to not give those extra bases, whether being from stolen bases or for errors, because Laurel will take advantage just about every time.
And the speed definitely showed in the first inning.
As one of the biggest keys for the Spartans is to show off that speed, and no lead in our Zeppelin. And Grace Zeppelin getting the, I knew I was going to say Grace, I apologize, Claire. Claire Zeppelin, the senior, getting the start today.
That's what happens when you have sisters.
And both pitchers who have been important members of this Laurel Spartans team. We've had so many great pitchers come through Laurel in the last decade. Absolutely incredible, between Mike Ruperto actually coaching at third base, by the way. Coach Garraway, head coach, coaching at first, and is going to watch as you have a seeing eye single, a little bloop over the second baseman for Ivy Pancher. She's 2 for 2.
Wasn't really that hard hit, but exactly where he wanted it.
Just to finish that thought, Mike Ruperto, Addie Deal, Boyd. I'm striking on her last name. Maddie Boyd? Madison Boyd? That sound right? Nods of approval. I appreciate that. 7 hits already in the game. And 2 hits in terms of the hit batsman. That one caught Macy Lang on the shoulder.
Didn't really hurt her too much.
Leads the county with 12 walks. She sees the ball well. Doesn't like seeing it coming, hitting her on the shoulder. Nonetheless, she's on base, 2 on, nobody out.
How they started the first inning.
Called strike 1 down at the knees to Haley Fell. How about this? Mentioned 14 extra base hits on the year. She's slugging at .927 right now. That's incredible.
That's hard to believe.
Again, just a freshman, but out in front of that, good off-speed pitch thrown there from Lynn, and quickly up 0-2.
She was way ahead of that pitch.
3 extra base hits yesterday for Fell.
As a freshman, she probably hasn't seen too many pitches like that.
That one drifts away. I like what Lynn's doing. She's working off the plate when she's ahead in the count. But these Laurel batters so far have been very disciplined, Jay, and not chasing after it.
They definitely are watching for the pitch they want to hit. And when it gets there, they're hitting it.
Good hold there on that ball in the dirt. Count now 2-2. Mohawk baseball, we'll talk about them in a minute, finally playing their game against Quaker Valley after 2 weeks delayed. Not how it should be, and actually that just went final as I say that. Quaker Valley defeats Mohawk 11-7. Drop third strike, throw down to third to get the runner stealing, and they're going to get her. So a strikeout double play. The batter is retired because first base was occupied, and Pancher caught stealing.
Pancher had a good jump, but there's a nice throw by Emma Herb.
A couple of great plays already from the sophomore catcher for Shenango. This one's in there for strike 1 to Maddie Evans.
She threw a strike to third base, and she was definitely out. I bet she was out by at least 5 feet.
That one misses downstairs. Count even at 1-1. 3-time WPIAL champions. Actually, it was technically a three-peat, 2018, 2019, and 2021 for the Spartans under Coach Duddy. Ground ball towards short, and it's going to take a hop off of Byerly's glove. Everyone's going to advance. Holding at third is Macy Lang. Good job by Pilch backing up. E6 is going to keep the inning alive here for the Spartans.
Definitely a ball she usually catches.
And going to her glove side, maybe a little hesitant with the runner going in front of her. Fielder, you have the right of way.
Nice play to keep the blind on third base.
Stolen base there on strike 1 for Maddie Evans as they just threw it right back to the pitcher, but because there is a throw, you have to credit a stolen base. So 2 ducks on the pond for Hayden Seifert. She had the 2 RBI double in the first. Out in front of that one and quickly down 0-2.
Lynn needs to make a nice pitch here. Try not to give Seifert something she can hit and drive. Nice to get out of the setting with no runs scored.
Downstairs, 1-2 the count. Elwood City victorious today, 6-0 over Hopewell. Mentioned Wilmington losing to Sharpsville 10-0 in a barn burner, but Newcastle defeated on the road by North Hills 9-8 on a walk-off. That one just getting a piece of it is Seaford.
Looks like he took a little bit off that pitch.
They were leading 8-7. Actually, they were leading 8-6 going into the final inning. Gave up 3 runs in that loss to North Hills today. Ground ball towards the hole. Great backhanded play. Long throw, and it's going to get her.
Beautiful play by shortstop.
Byerly with a huge play. I think Seifert may have thought it had gotten in the outfield. She looked like she was rounding to get ready to go to second base. But Byerly with the web gem ends the inning, ends the threat. 2 runners left stranded on the bag. Still 4-0 Laurel, though, here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP and listening on Game Changer.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Since 1911, the City Rescue Mission has been serving our community by providing food for the hungry, shelter for the homeless, and hope for the lost. We continue to love all that come through our doors, extending mercy and providing grace just as God has done for each of us, serving with a compassionate heart and sharing the good news of the gospel and the hope we all have in Jesus Christ, just like we've done since 1911. We can't do this alone, and we continue to need your help.
6, 7, 8 hitters due up. Buckle, Shippert, and Pilch here in the bottom of the second for Shenango. Still a 4-0 advantage for Laurel. Let's take a look at some of the impact hitters that we're looking at today. We talked about Haley Fell, the sophomore, 1 for 2 so far today, but coming in slugging just shy of 1,000, 14 extra base hits. I mean, look at all those, not only leading the team, but leading the county in all those numbers. And then Zoe Offey, that 714 average dropped a little bit in the last couple of days, but still hitting just shy of 700. Want to be getting the chance to get it back to her and get it back to the top of that lineup that has been so successful all year long, Jay.
Yes, they want to get some runs here. Start out with get a couple people in the bottom and let the top of that lineup drive them in.
More than anything, got to keep in mind, you're not going to get, especially as a leadoff batter, you're not going to go and get 4 runs on one swing of the bat. Kind of chip away. You don't need to get 4 runs right away. Just get a couple on base and try to move runners over.
And get that big hit.
Timely hit, again, one of the keys to the game, as Coach Delaney talked about.
They did have 2 runners on in the first inning and just couldn't get them around.
3-pitch strikeout to begin this bottom of the second inning. First strikeout for either pitcher. For Zeppelin, the 22nd K of the year for her. Brings Tegan Shippert to the plate. Freshman hitting in the 7 and 8 hole with Shippert and Peyton Pilch. First pitch swinging is Tegan. Fouls it off for strike 1. Someone you want to get the wheels on base. Freshman with 8 stolen bases on the year to lead the team.
She came in batting .348.
That one foul back 0-2 the count.
Looks like she leads the team with stolen bases with 8.
No ball, 2 strike count. This one's foul tipped. Seaford unable to hang on to it. Count will remain 0-2. How about that? 6 straight strikes to start this inning for Zeppelin.
That's what you want to do. You don't want to get behind. That's when you make the mistake pitch.
Claire wearing the same number as Grace. You can definitely forgive me if I'm going to call you Grace a couple of times today. It's wearing that number 5. We saw Grace adorn there in the circle.
I'm sure she's not going to care.
1-2 now the count. That one almost bounces and almost hits Tegan.
Bounced about 3 feet in front of the plate. That pitch got away from her.
This game originally scheduled for last Friday, moved to Tuesday. Rained out both those days. Now might be get a chance to play under the lights as this one's fouled back to the screen again by Shippert. By the way, our umpires today, Tom Schaefer behind the dish, John Frank on the base paths. Love seeing John Frank Miss him as a coach, but glad he's staying involved with the game. How about this at bat from Shippert, though? Fouling off pitch after pitch.
And I did jump there.
You got 2 layers of fence between you, Jay. What's going on?
I don't know. My second softball game, so I have to get used to this ball coming at your head.
Off-speed pitch drifts inside, and the count now full with 1 down here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Good at bat with Shippert this inning.
Ground ball to the right side, taken on 2 hops by Macy Lang. Throw across to the fellow Macy Miller at first for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down.
Nice play by Lang. Easy ground ball. Come up with it, made perfect strike to first base.
Now Peyton Pilch, 4 RBI on the year for her. Had an RBI yesterday in the win. Good hold there, upstairs. One and one to count. This one's lifted towards shallow center field. That's the second baseman hustling back on it. Lang will make the catch to end the inning. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 2nd. Laurel holding on to a 4-0 lead. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
You get a chance to see the Laurel Spartans in action again tomorrow, weather permitting, and the weather finally appears to be permitting. Jay will be joined by Tim Continenza for that one. Hey, we're joined by Tim Continenza, but we don't want to hear his voice tonight. If you want to hear his voice, go and tune in tomorrow for the Laurel versus Neshannock Game 2 as we flip the script to the second half of section play. That's just how quick this spring season ends up going, Jay.
It'd be nice to have a couple games in a row without a rain out or a wind out.
A wind out. Yeah, how about that? There were a couple of games down near Pittsburgh that were legitimately called due to the wind and postponed. Well, we knew we had a couple of good days to play with here before the holiday weekend, so I think that was good planning for a couple of them, especially considering the wind we saw at Newcastle on Monday. We saw some of the hardest hit balls on the year, and outfielders having to come sprinting in to catch them.
The last game we did, there was a couple balls to right field. I don't know how they made it over the fence.
We had a lot of softball home runs, 15 in the county on Monday night alone, just from our county teams. As this pitch misses downstairs, count now 1-2 to Lexi Kroll, leading off the top of the 3rd inning. It's the 6, 7, 8 hitters Kroll, Pasco, and Miller. And a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game recorded by Kennedy Lynn. Starting to get into a groove. Threw 35 pitches in that first inning. Starting to, I think, find that release point a little bit better, Jay, and really working ahead being a big key of that.
She only gave up 1 hit the last inning, but with the error and a hit by a pitch, she had to struggle to get out of the inning with no runs being scored.
But that is the important part. Did get a goose egg on the board. Now gets a little dribbler right back to her for the 1-3 putout, retiring Pasco. So 2 up, 2 down now for Laurel in the top of the 3rd.
Can she get a 1-2-3 inning?
In between the top and bottom of the inning, we'll go on the clock. It is our Melee Minute, brought to you by Melee Chiropractic, keeping you in the game seasonal allergies, changes in the weather, they can all affect how you feel on a daily basis. Call Maley Chiropractic to schedule your appointment today. Headaches, joint pain, sinus pressure, even congestion can all be alleviated by chiropractic work. We'll take a look at the latest in the softball world.
Macy Miller up the bat. She was hit by a pitch her first time up.
That one on the outside corner evens the count at 1-1. And 3 other games already in the book today. Lawrence County going 1-2 in those games. Well, you know you're going to get a Lawrence County win here tonight in this one. Here in this county versus county battle. One, two. Just misses outside. Count now 2-2.
Couldn't pull the trigger in that one. Good thing she did.
So far, Laurel batters have really seen the plate well, Jay. Not really chasing much outside of the zone.
And when they hit the ball, they're making good contact, driving the ball.
As soon as I say that, she does chase one outside for the second strikeout of the inning. Third of the game for Kennedy Lynn, and a 1-2-3 inning for Laurel in the top of the third. And this is our Maley Chiropractic inning, so it's time for our Maley Minute. Mr. Flannery, let's put us on the clock. We'll start with Elwood City. They had a win today, 6-0 over Hopewell. They're now ranked third in the Class 3A Trib Live High School Sports Network rankings coming into this week. Riley Prestipine leading the way with 3 home runs on the year. They also had a milestone as Amber McQuiston had her 300th career strikeout in a win on Monday. Let's stay in 3A with Mohawk. They're now 9-2 on the year. Some milestones there as well. Addie Moskal got her 100th career hit on yesterday against Beaver Falls, and 250 career strikeouts for Reagan Magno as well. Records keep coming in for Neshannock, 11-0 now on the season. They've won 37 in a row. Have the Lancers 727 average for Jay Nogue to lead the way. Home runs galore, 9 of them now on the year for Newcastle's Kiera Mangieri, but they lose a heartbreaker 9-8 today against North Hills. Union, real quick, records being set there as well for Mia Pruz, now up to 27 career home runs as they're 6-1. Their only loss coming in 10 innings to Neshannock. And finally, Wilmington, a 10-0 loss today, only their second loss of the season on the year. Avery Harlan, the Bradley commit, hitting over 700 on the season. There's your Maley Minute, brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, keeping you in the game as we keep you informed of what's going on across the county in softball land. 9 1-2 hitters due up. Christopher, Herb, and Offie.
Shenango has 1 hit so far this evening. Singled by Bowery in the first inning.
Called strike. Makes the count 2-1. Christopher hitting under 100 on the year, but has drawn a team-high 8 walks. Sees the plate well. And we had to count as 2-1. Apparently it was 1-2. Apologies there, and that's a called strike 3 for the second strikeout of the game. Now top of the order up with Emma Herb, and she gives this one a ride towards right center field, and an extended catch made. Ivy Pancher on her horse into the gap and robs Herb of potential extra bases.
I didn't think she had a chance that ball and left the bat.
Was tailing away from her as well, but you got to get the great first jump, and Ivy certainly did.
Stuck that glove out right in stride. Down the catch.
2 up, 2 down. Zoe Offie now to the plate. Strike 1 called.
Zeppelin had a 1-2-3 inning last inning, so she have another one.
Ground ball right at Macy Lang at second base, and they will get another 1-2-3 inning. Not only that, that's 8 straight retired by Zeppelin. 4-0 through 3 innings of play. Back in a moment. Laurel leading Shenango on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP and on Game Changer.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates,
sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Shenango's Zoe Buck as the March Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for placing 6th in the Indoor Track and Field National Championships in the shot put. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Shenango's Cassie Tucker and Newcastle's Jeff Patel as March Athletes of the Month for qualifying for the State Bowling Championships. Congratulations and best of luck to Newcastle's Jeff Patel, Shenango's Cassie Tucker, and Zoe Buck, the March Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Pitcher starting to get into the groove. A 10-pitch inning for Kennedy Lynn, going to be bested by an 8-pitch inning from Claire Zeppelin.
They had a little bit rough start, but they've been really throwing a lot of strikes now.
9-1-2 hitters. Kabalka, Pancher, and Lane due up here for the Spartans. Squaring to bunt, Kabalka lays this one down, but foul. Laid a beautiful bunt down her first at bat. Just a better play from Emma Hurd. We've seen some pretty spectacular defense, to be honest, here in the early going, even though you do have 8 hits on the board.
I'm not sure which one I like best. That one in center field we just saw was ranks right up there.
Another square to bunt, foul back to the screen. Quickly up 0-2 is Kennedy Lynn. And don't forget Sydney Byerly's backhanded play at shortstop.
And
that
the
ended the second.
throw to first.
Yes. We still got 4 innings worth of play to potentially find more Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game nominations.
Both teams are playing good defense.
And swinging through that one was Kabalka.
I don't know what that was.
She didn't want to squirt a bunt, thought she could slap at it, and I think decided maybe a little too late that she needed to swing at it. Nonetheless, strikeout victim number 4 for Kennedy Lynn, but now top of the order due up. This is Ivy Pancher.
Ivy 2 for 2 so far this evening.
She's first pitch swinging this one off the end of the bat, but just barely goes foul before Shippert can get her hands on it. Pancher singled and scored in the first, singled and caught scoring in the second. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1 the count. Your Newcastle Transit Authority out-of-town scoreboard. Again, North Hills 9, Newcastle 8, Sharpsville 10, Wilmington 0, and Elwood City 6, Hopewell 0 on the softball games today. This one misses outside as well, 2-1 to count. Also got some baseball finals. Also a Sharpsville win over Wilmington in baseball, 10-6 that final. Elwood City defeats Laurel in a non-section game in baseball, 10-3. I mentioned Mohawk losing to Quaker Valley, 11-7, your final score there. This ball right through the box, making a 3-for-3 day for Ivy Pancher.
Nice hard hit single, right up the middle, which she's done almost all 3 hits.
Including great play in the outfield. Big-time nomination right now for an MVP Insurance MVP of the game. Get in the game at MVP Insurance, home, auto, term life, liability insurance, and more. Visit mvpins.com for more information and to request a free quote.
Kenny Lynn was hoping for a second 1-2-3 inning. She's not going to get it.
We'll see if Ivy's off and running again with this one. She is not on the first pitch, called strike on the outside corner.
I think she's going to be taken off real quick here.
Spartan coaches may have been expecting a pitch out. Again, 14 stolen bases, tops of the county right now. She is going on this one. Ground ball to third base. Only play for Alusha is going to be 2 first and a good quick throw to retire Macy Lang. Pseudo-sacrifice, though, does get Pancher to second.
Pancher had a thought about going to third, but she's, maybe I better not.
Stays in scoring position with Haley Fell coming to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day is Haley. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Save money on gas. Let Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. First pitch swinging. Good cutoff by Lucia at third base to be able to come across, grab the ball, and retire Fell at first. Couple of nice plays by the third baseman to again keep a goose egg on the board, Jay.
She threw a strike to first base, come up with the ball, and perfect throw.
Score remains 4-0 heading to the middle of the fourth inning. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Nine-pitch inning for a second straight inning for Kennedy Lynn. It was a rocky first, Jay, to say the least. 4 runs on the board on 6 hits, but since then she has certainly settled in. Now 3-4-5 coming up for the Shenango Wildcats here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's got to be go time right now for Coach Delaney's Wildcats.
They only have 1 hit so far. They're going to have to get a couple hits together and at least get a run or so, get back in this game.
And it's Sydney Byerly who is the one with the hit, leading it off. Byerly, Alusha, and Lynn. First pitch to Sydney, misses downstairs for ball 1.
Shenango only has the 1 hit, so they need some more.
Again, she's not going to get something on. She's not going to get all 4 back with 1 swing of the bat, but she will get her second hit of the game, and that's it. Goes through the legs briefly from Pantry, able to knock it down, though, and hold Byerly just to 1 base, but a leadoff single for the Wildcats, just what the doctor ordered.
You notice how many balls are going right up the center. That's the perfect place to put it, though.
Yeah, that means that you're balanced with your swing. Hit it right back where it came from. So Brianna Lucia, after making a couple of great plays in the field last inning, steps into the batter's box.
See if she can get a good hit.
She was the only starter without a hit yesterday. Watches this one down in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. Hitting just shy of 300 on the year, though, and leads the team with 2 home runs.
They only have 3 in a year, so she has 2 out of the 3.
Hey, the cooler Natel is here. Throw down the first base, snap throw from Seaford. Getting back safely there is Byerly. We gave Les Cool Natel the option to come out tonight, but he chose to stay home. Another one missing upstairs, 3-1 to count. Talked about the WPIAL championships for Laurel, the 3 in a row technically over that 4-year span. They defeated Shenango in 2021 in that WPIAL championship game. 6-5, a come-from-behind win for Laurel in that championship game down at Cal U 3 years ago. Or 4 years ago now, officially. Payoff pitch, called strike 3, catches Black on the outside corner.
That pitch completely fooled Brianna. She couldn't even get the bat off the shoulder.
Kennedy Lynn now a chance to help herself. Steps into the batter's box. 1 down in the bottom of the 4th inning.
3rd strikeout.
This one lifted foul right into the bleachers down right field line. Battle for second place. Both these teams 5-1 in the section. Only section losses both coming to Neshannock. Ground ball up the middle, taken there by Fell. Flip on to second base for 1. On to first for the twin killer. Fell to Lang to Miller. 6-4-3. Double play ends the inning.
What a way to get out of an inning. Started out positive and ended up quickly with a DP.
Leadoff single, but a strikeout and a double play ending the inning. We've played 4 here from Shenango High School. The lights are on. The lights are bright. 4-0 your score here after 4 innings of play on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medor, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorbonnerlaw.com for more information.
Congratulations to our March LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Newcastle Boys Bowling as March's LCAP Team of the Month after winning their first ever section title, qualifying for the Western Regional Finals, and having all 5 starters qualify for the WPIAL Individual Finals. Congratulations to Coach Pitzer and the Newcastle Bowling Team, our March LCAP Team of the Month. More nominations for your Mela Chiropractic Play of the Game, to say the very least. Make sure you keep your nominations in, by the way, for those LCAP Team of the Month awards, as well as the Red Zone Athlete of the Month awards.
Top the 5th inning. Game started out slow, but it's really moving along quickly now.
Yeah, 6 hits in that top of the first inning. Just 2 for each team ever since. Good off-speed pitch there to get Evans out in front, and quickly out in front, 0-2 is Lynn. Evans, Seifert, Kroll, the 4, 5, 6 hitters here due up in the top of the 5th for the Spartans.
And he definitely pulled a string in that pitch. Evans was way out in front of that.
Misses away, 1-2 the count. Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road. All your county sporting apparel needs. Remember, Spirit Sales can help raise big money for your organization. Just fill out a form. The Red Zone does the rest. See how your group can score big at the Red Zone. This one, cricket bowls its way in. Count even at 2-2. Coach Garraway talked about he's an outgoing coach, wants to just bring enthusiasm. I'll tell you what, there's plenty of enthusiasm and excitement as Laurel went back to the dugout after that twin killer started by the shortstop on the last play of the last inning. Evans gave this one a ride to right field, but Buckle didn't have to move far, able to make the catch in right field for the first out of the inning.
Nice, easy fly ball, and she did what I like to see, 2 hands.
Yes.
How
Unfortunately, a long-lost art.
Yes, it drives me crazy.
Now bring Hayden Seifert to the plate. Again, mentioned she finished 3rd as part of her hockey team in national competition. Missed a couple of games while she was gone for that weekend tournament. Believe she was not available actually for the first game against the Shannock. Don't quote me on that one. And that big shout out to her. Part of the Shannock hockey team last couple of years and doing big things on the all-female team. Able to get on base here as this one hit towards short, but Byerly had to rush the throw just slightly, I think, and because of that, a throw goes low, and Atsley drifted out of play, so she will get to go to second base as well, will Hayden Seifert.
That would be an E6.
Second error of the game against the Cats. And we will have a courtesy runner out there, it looks like. Your Axe courtesy runner. And I couldn't tell you who because they got the shirt on over the jersey.
I can't see the number on the helmet either.
This one hard hit towards the left center gap over the head of Cadence Christopher. And this will allow your Axe courtesy runner held up for a moment, and then now she will go the rest of the way in and score. That was Jamie Weisenstein, who's going to be the Axe courtesy runner and scoring on Lexi Kroll's Toshiba RBI.
That was a hard hit ball, and the left fielder could do nothing except go to the fences and try to get it in.
Call Dale at 412-290-2156 for all of your printer output devices and digital workflow solutions, or you can visit www.business.toshiba.com. Click Find a Dealer near you.
I was surprised Weisenstein slowed down coming around there.
Yeah, I don't know if she heard something late and thought that she was supposed to hold up, but because she was about halfway down when she kind of pulled up. But lucky the ball being so far in the outfield on Kroll's hit. This one right back up the middle. Actually, I think Lynn got a piece of it, but it's going to make its way all the way to the outfield. Another close play at the plate. And getting in there safely is Kroll. And on the throw, Lizzie Pasco advances to second base. So an RBI single, another Toshiba RBI, making it 6-0 as Pasco gets her 6th run batted in on the year.
That ball went right through Lynn's glove. Then the shortstop took a dive at it. She missed it. Then the center fielder had to come up with the play.
A good throw coming in from Zoe Offey, but Kroll off and running right on the hit, able to get in there standing up as Macy Miller now steps to the plate, takes strike one.
Kenny had a couple nice innings, and now she's getting hit up a little bit.
Going the third time through the order. This one tails away, evens the count at 1-1. So far, that's been the key. Laurel, they strung together 6 hits in the first inning. You string a couple together here to go along with the error to get the first run in. Swing and a miss for a strike 2. That's exactly what Coach Delaney was talking about there, Jay, is that you got to be able to string the hits together at the right time. The timely hitting so key.
Definitely is one of the most important aspects of the game. Timely hitting and no errors.
Just barely getting a piece of that one was Miller. Count remains 1-2. Yeah, Coach Delaney, I mean, she runs the numbers. She is a math teacher here at Shenango, so she knows how that works. First pitch strikes are key, no errors. Anytime an error gets on, it's about a 60% chance that player will score. This one, 2 bounces its way in. Good stop behind the dish there by Herb. And I love that. How about Coach Garraway? That's the second time I've heard him specifically compliment Emma Herb for her work behind the dish.
He walked by her on the way out to the first base coach box, and he said, "Nice play at third base, throwing my runner out."
And a nice pitch on the outside corner, getting Miller to chase for her 2nd strikeout. 5th of the game for Kennedy Lynn. 2 down now in the inning. We're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here. This is going to be Alexis Bear coming to the plate. Hitting .214 on the year. A couple of RBI as well. So Alexis Bear pinch hitting in the 9 spot for Kabalka. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Bear, another freshman, talented freshman group here for both the Spartans and the Cats.
The Spartans have 5 freshmen on the team.
Now have 6 runs on the board. 2 in this inning, looking to extend. One and 1 to count to Bear. 18 plate appearances now on the season. Watches this one bounce in, runner off and going at the pitch, trying to slide in, and the ball is dropped. They called her out, but they're gonna go on the appeal and see that, yeah, that ball is on the ground. Unable to hold on to the ball at third, so that will be an advancement on a wild pitch to third for Lizzie Pasco.
That was a nice throw to third base, but they just couldn't keep the ball in the glove.
Good read, though, from Pasco to see the ball in the dirt and to move the extra 60 feet.
Herb showed off that strong arm she has.
Ground ball right back to Lynn. Good play to stop it in the circle and get the out to retire Bear to end the inning. But 2 more runs across the board. Both of them are going to go down as unearned runs. Were 2 hits in the inning in the air. 1 runner left stranded on the bag. 6-0. Laurel leads Shenango. Back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Here at Shenango, the teachers and staff love their Wildcats. In the classroom or wearing the blue and gold, we have their back, and we wish the Cats the best this season.
This video is brought to you by the Shenango Area Education Association.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service. It's open to the public, taking people to work, play, anywhere they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more info on Axe. How about more info on the pitching? 92 pitches thrown through 5 innings for Kennedy Lynn. Just 43 thrown so far by Claire Zeppelin. Make it 44 as first pitch swinging is Cooper Buckle, but she hits one hard into center field for a leadoff single.
That's only the, I guess it was a hit last inning. That's the 3rd hit of the evening.
Yeah, they had a leadoff single by Byerly in the 4th, who was erased on a 6-4-3 double play. Now Tegan Shippert will step to the plate. She had a good at-bat her first time to the plate. Saw a 9-pitch at-bat. Tries to lay one down here and bunts it foul. Coach Delaney calling the shots over at third base. 4-year catcher at Westminster. 3rd year back as the head coach here at Shenango. Said she wanted to coach T-ball with the youngsters for a while, and then I guess got the itch to get back on the diamond as the head coach of the high school team. Trying to move the runner over, and she's going to beat the throw. Shippert will get a bunt single, laid it down beautifully, and beat the throw to first.
Good speed by Schiffer down the line. I didn't think that ball wasn't too far in front of her home plate. I thought she was going to get thrown out, but she beat it easily.
Basically right in between. 46-foot distance between pitcher's rubber and the plate. Scoring a bunt again. This one bunted towards the first baseman. They're just going to get the tag out. 3 unassisted, but the sacrifice will get 2 runners into scoring position.
Now we need the big hit.
And you got your lone senior in the lineup, the 9-hitter Cadence Christopher. She only has 1 hit on the year, Jay, but we were talking about it first time through. She leads the team in walks. She sees the ball so well. Even though she's hitting under 100 on the year, she has a .400 on-base percentage. Swings and misses at that first pitch, though.
There's only 1 out, so maybe she'll try the bunt too.
Watches that one upstairs. Well, and you wonder if maybe you could have seen something of, hey, let's force this Spartans defense to make plays. Trying to cover the bunt. Couldn't on the first one. She does square to bunt, pulls back as it catches the outside corner, though, for strike 2.
Now you bunt with 2 strikes or not?
I don't think so, but it's all about if you trust your player enough in that kind of situation. This one misses upstairs, 2-2 the count. If it was a, like a 4-3 game and that 1 run would tie or take the lead, then maybe I consider it. But you still need a big inning. In fact, I'm almost surprised that they did a sacrifice on the last one. That one's upstairs and the count runs full. Because if you're Laurel, you're happy to give up an out, even to give up a run or even 2 runs at this stage in the game with a 6-run advantage. Payoff pitch now to Christopher. Fisted foul towards the batting cage.
A little bit behind in that pitch. Christopher, like you said, only has the 1 hit for the year, and she does lead the team in walks, but this is a tough one here.
Payoff pitch. She's going to miss away. Like I said, she's got a good eye for the softball. Draws the walk. Bases loaded. And top of the order coming up. And again, your leadoff hitter, Emma Herb, leads the team with 13 RBI. And I think Coach Garraway is going to go out for a UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. You can schedule an appointment at any of their 4 Lawrence County locations. Your local choice for orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you.
It's exactly what you want. Bases loaded and your top hitters up to bat.
Emma Herb was hit by a pitch on the first pitch of the game. That walk, the only free pass otherwise offered by Claire Zeppelin. Now nowhere to put him, and Emma Herb watches the first pitch at the knees for strike one.
See if Emma could through with a big hit. At least get a run or two in.
Hit by a pitch, county high, 4th time this year. This one off the end of the bat and fouled out of play down the right field line. Good job to come back by Zeppelin, quickly up 0-2. Here with one down in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Herb has to at least make contact.
And she does. Skies one high to deep left field. Pasco going back. Now settles under it. Makes the catch. Throw coming in is going to be over the cutoff man. That's going to allow runners to advance an extra 60 feet. Sacrifice fly will bring in the first run of the game for Shenango. And now because of the errant throw coming in, extra bases coming across as Shippert goes to third. Christopher to second. Buckle scores on the sac fly.
Good piece of hitting by Herb. Made sure she made contact, got it out in the outfield.
Another Toshiba RBI. Give Dale a call at 412-290-2156 or visit business.toshiba.com. Called strike on the outside corner to Zoe Offey.
She's the leading hitter for Shenango, so she should come up with a big hit.
Would be huge to potentially cut this lead in half, and a throw back to third base and barely getting the hand back in there in time is Tegan Shippert.
That was close. Shippert went a little bit too far off. She better think twice about doing that again.
Yeah, nice snap throw from Seifert behind the dish. 1-1, fouled back towards the Little League game. Matt, what's the score of that Little League game over there? I know he's not paying attention to this game. He's got the perfect view, really, from the porch we have of the Little League game over there. Our producer extraordinaire, Matt Flannery, misses upstairs 2-2 the count. Matt would have made up a record like you did. 2-2 to count. A good job fouling that one back and out of play. Yeah. Horse behind us, big Rob Natel. We did a JV basketball game a few years ago, and we sent Mr. Bailey to figure out what your all-time record was, and you said that you had coached about 950 games, I think is what we figured out the record to be. 2-2 pitch lifted towards shallow left field. Coming in and making the catch is Lizzie Pasco to end the threat, leaving 2 more runners on base, but Shenango able to get one back. 1 run on a hit and a couple of sacrifices. But 2 runners left in scoring position. Score now 6-1. Laurel leading Shenango. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com and watching on Game Changer.
Celebrating 25 years of the best coverage of high school sports in Western Pennsylvania. This is the Trib Live High School Sports Network, covering 140 schools throughout all 3 sports seasons. Trib HSSN is always there. On tribhssn.triblive.com, you'll find live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, news, and so much more. The Trib Live High School Sports Network, broadcasting high school sports in Western Pennsylvania for 25 years.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Top of the 6th inning, and it's the top of the order due up for Laurel. Just gave up their first run of the game, leading 6-1 through 5 innings. Jay Moan alongside. I'm James Dotson. Emma Herb's sac fly getting Shenango on the board. Her team-high 14th RBI of the season. Would have liked a couple of more, though, if you're Shenango there in the bottom of the 5th. They had a couple of ducks on the pond, Jay, just couldn't fully cash in.
Well, the bases were loaded, and you had your bigger hitters up, and they got the 1 run in, but just couldn't get that big clutch hit. to get a couple in.
So Ivy Pancher swinging a hot bat, 3 for 3 on the day. That one catches the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1. Pancher, Lang, Fell, the 1-2-3 hitters. Swing and a miss there for Pancher for strike 2. She had a great play in right center field earlier. I wanted to mention this. One of the games we did last year at Laurel, I think it was in the Shenango Laurel game, she got her foot caught under the fence making a play, still was able to turn around while she's caught on the fence and get the throw in before they could get any extra base. I think they got 1 extra base tagging up, but could have been so much more when she literally could not move because she made a catch and slipped and slid underneath the fence.
That would have been something to see. She does cover a lot of ground out there in center field.
Now she roams as any good center fielder should. Swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch, ball in the dirt. They'll throw it on the first to complete the strikeout. 6th K of the game for Kennedy Lynn, and we had the discussion before the game about the safety bag over there. It's actually officially a rule in high school baseball as well, though I've not seen very many utilize it. That'd be an instance because of where the throw was coming from foul territory, the only time that a fielder is allowed to use that orange safety bag. Only time they've retired Ivy Pancher today. And a big first out of the inning and a big first strike here to Macy Lang.
Her first 3 times up, she hit the ball very hard. That time she was folding that last pitch. I don't know what Kennedy come up with, but Ivy definitely wasn't ready for it.
Now 66 strikeouts on the year. Another shot right back through the middle. Macy Lang gets her second hit of the game, just past the diving Sydney Byerly, and that jersey is going to get a mean washing here tonight because she has been diving all over the place at shortstop, just unable to get so many of them, just barely getting past her glove.
Well, they've been, most of her hits been right up the middle. If she would have got to it, I imagine she would have thrown her out at first with that shotgun arm she has.
11 hits now on the game for Laurel. And Haley Fell, the extra base hitting machine, coming to the plate.
1 for 3 so far this evening. She had a hit in the very first inning when they got 6 hits.
Yeah, first 5 batters in the game all had base hits, 4 singles, and then a double that Seifert was retired trying to stretch it into a triple. That was the first out of the game. Another good off-speed pitch out in front, but the ball in the dirt, well read by Macy Lang, will allow her to get to second base.
Fell definitely wasn't ready for that pitch.
And you love pitchers that have the extra pitch or 2 in the arsenal that they can put something new when you're going the 3rd or even the 4th time through. Should be a wild pitch. She wasn't often going with the pitch, but another one bounces in. 2-2 the count.
She's definitely thrown different pitches. She didn't throw it earlier in the game. Because you don't get Pancher missing that bad often.
Out in front of that one, be able to keep the weight back. And, well, guess what? Both game changers awarded her a stolen base, so, well, I can agree with that then. I'll give Macy Lang her 11th swiped bag of the year as she goes and has a conference there with Coach Garraway at first base. Gives us a chance to remind you about the Shazi scholarships that are coming up. We're going to be awarding a couple scholarships at the end of the year. Any high school senior, graduating high school student planning to go into broadcasting, journalism, media, even officiating, all eligible to apply for a scholarship in honor of our longtime broadcasting colleague here in Lawrence County, Mr. Mark Shaws. And remember, June 28th for the big golf outing to raise money for that scholarship. Right back through the middle for Haley Fell. She's going to get a single, and she's going to get an RBI, and she's going to advance to second base as well on the throw. 14 ribbies on the year now for Haley Fell. Laurel gave up a run in the bottom of the 5th. Jay, they just got it right back.
She took off running. There's no way he's going to get her at home plate. Lang kicked in passing gear. Come around 3rd. She was definitely going to score with no problem.
The top 3 hitters, 3 for 4, 2 for 3, 2 for 4. 4, 5, 6 hitters, each 1 for 3, starting here with Maddie Evans, who takes strike 1.
Maddie had one of the hard hit singles in the first inning.
Drove in a run, did that single in the first. Also reached on an error in the second. She's out in front of this one for strike 2. Coming up after the game, we will announce our Maley Chiropractic play of the game, as well as our MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And I'll get the stats input as quickly as possible tonight, so they're all updated and ready for tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
Ball misses away here to Evans. 1-2 the count.
I'd definitely be, in the morning, I'll be doing them. It's my morning routine, get my coffee and start to put my stats in for tonight's game.
Now going to be another good one tomorrow, and Laurel firing on all cylinders, ready to take on the Shannock tomorrow. Try to avenge the 14-4 loss. That game was originally supposed to be at Laurel. The weather was rough early in the day. Their field not good enough to go, so they played on the turf at Neshannock, just flip-flopping the home games. So tomorrow's game not at Neshannock as was originally scheduled. Good hold by Evans at the plate. Great block again by her behind the dish. Nothing getting by her today.
She's been very impressive behind that plate.
Payoff pitch coming from Lynn. Misses up and away. Check me on this. I got that as the first walk of the game issued by Kennedy Lynn. Hit a couple of batters, but believe that's the first free pass.
That is the first one I had, too.
Only the 7th walk she's allowed all year. Hayden Seifert to the plate. 2-run double in her first at bat. Good off speed there for strike 1.
Only one out, so Kennedy's going to have to come up with a couple big pitches here. You don't want to get any more runs up.
Lexi Kroll in the on-deck circle also with an RBI double. Top 6 in the lineup today have been absolutely brilliant. Put it in top 7 because Lizzie Pasco is 2 for 3, including an RBI. So hitters 2 through 7, Lang, Fell, Evans, Seifert, Kroll, Pasco, each with hits, each with RBI. Oh, and your leadoff man is 3 for 4. Ground ball towards short. Alusha is going to go and get the lead runner at third. Good job. Ground ball hit right to her, takes the one that's a little bit easier, and gets the lead runner as a result.
That was a smart play by the shortstop.
We have another Axe courtesy runner. It's going to be Jamie Weisenstein again as your Axe courtesy runner. Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service open to the public, taking people to work, play, anywhere they want to go. Go to lccap.org for more information or give them a call, 724-652-5588. This wild pitch will allow runners to advance 60 feet, though. So Evans to third, Weisenstein the courtesy runner, now at second.
See if we can get that last out, get out of this inning with no run scored. Was a misses inside.
2-0 the count to Lexi Kroll, hitting .469 on the year, and now with 14 RBI as well. How impressive is it, though? Both these teams, their leadoff batter are the leader in RBI. That also tells you that your 8-9 hitters are getting on base. Turning on this one. Nice ups there from Coach Garraway.
That was very impressive. He get up off the ground, didn't hit that ankle. I think that would have hurt.
Now, our camera doesn't quite cover where he's standing in that coaching box, so I'm sorry, Coach. I could give you a play of the game shirt, but we don't have evidence. We're actually going to say that you didn't jump at all.
I don't think we have large shirts either.
2-1. Misses downstairs, now 3-1 the count. And how careful are you with Lexi Kroll here? Had the RBI double, knowing that you have the empty base at first there, Jay.
I think I'd try to pitch to her. You don't want to put anybody else on base.
And Lizzie Pasco hit one hard last time she was up as well.
Well, she is 2 for 3 also.
Strike on the outside corner, and the count runs full. Here to Lexi Kroll in the top of the 6th inning. Already one more run across, a 7-1 lead for the Spartans. Lynn winds, fires, line drive right back through the circle, and another base hit. One's in, and Weisenstein's going to score without a run as well, or without a throw.
How many times have we said that? Right up the middle.
Third ribby of the day for Lexi Kroll.
Big hit by Kroll that time. 2 outs, 3-2 count, come right up the middle. Would you have pitched her, James?
I mean, I think I would have done exactly that. Make her chase something. I mean, she pitched her pitch. That was a good pitch. It was on the outside corner. She just hit it right back through the box.
We have said that how many times tonight, right up through the middle. Good hitting by this Laurel Spartan team. They're not getting bloops. They're smacking the ball.
Yeah, I think one of their 13 hits now have been a kind of a bloop hit. That a tough play going on the backhand. Alusha actually got it with her foot. And Pasco will reach. I'll let Game Changer make the decision on that one. That's one that you're probably going to say Shenango's going to say reach on an error, and Laurel's going to say base hit. Nope, they're both going to say error, so I'm wrong twice.
You wrong?
Always. Don't tell my students.
Well, they tell me little things about you.
First pitch misses downstairs for ball 1 here to Macy Miller. 8th batter of the inning. Spartans send 9 to the plate in the top of the 1st. And now a big inning here in the 6th as well. Miller off the end of the bat, fouled right back. Count even at 1-1. 0 for 2 on the day is Miller.
With 2 Ks.
Alexis Bear was the pinch hitter last at bat. She stands in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 the count to Miller. Shenango 3, 4, 5 hitters due up in the bottom of the 6th inning. This one in danger of getting out of reach. Foul ball off the end of the bat. Real quick, broadcast we got coming up. I mentioned tomorrow, Laurel hosting the Shannock in softball. Next week, we have more softball action. Elwood City Mohawk, we got the rematch down at Elwood City on Monday night. It was a 1-run game the first time they played at Bessemer. 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the inning. We'll talk about the rest of the broadcast schedule next week when we return. 9-1, Laurel leading Shenango, going to the bottom of the 6th at lcsportsnet.com and listening on Game Changer.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
9-1 your score going to the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging in a drive to deep left field. It's going to one-hop the fence there from Sydney Byerly. It's going to be a leadoff double. Can't get 8 runs back with one swing of the bat, but Sid Byerly, man, she's swinging the hot bat 3 for 3 today.
Boy, she turned in that pitch and took it right down the line. A little bit harder would have cleared the fences.
4th hit of the game for Shenango. fifth hit of the game for Shenango. She's got 3 of them.
That was probably the hardest hit ball of the day for the Wildcats.
Yeah, maybe for either team. As this one, slow roller to second base. Good job to hold up. Byerly at least forcing a throw, but Alusha retired on the put out by Macy Lang.
I think if she would have thrown that ball to second base, she would have got Byerly. She was off a little bit.
Yeah, because she was committed to third. Good job of Macy Miller, though, to throw ahead of the runner and at least make Byerly retreat back to first. 2 swings of the bat on 2 pitches, 1 out, and now Kennedy Lynn takes strike 1. And that's, I think, a tail to tape here because pitch count doesn't matter nearly as much as it does in baseball. But how about now 68 pitches thrown for Claire Zeppelin. Kennedy Lynn's up over 130 as this one's a hard hit to the left side of the field. And now runners on the corners for Shenango. I think we're going to get another Axe courtesy runner coming in for the Cats now. Courtesy runner for the pitcher is number 10, Gabby Giglio. Byerly advanced to third. First hit of the game, I should say, for Kennedy Lynn. Cooper Buckle.
She had a hitter last time up.
And Cash Lynn looking to cash in. First pitch back to the fence for strike 1. Game started 23 minutes late thanks to the junior high game going a bit deep, but an 11-6 win over Riverside for Shenango. Heard a couple of 8th graders on that team who might be making noise as freshmen next year. This one pot foul on the first baseline, but it's going to fall over the head of Macy Miller for strike 2.
I thought she had a chance of that going down the first baseline.
Was it Jalen who hit the ball off the scoreboard? Jalen Herman in that junior high game. Deep shot off the scoreboard in left center field in that junior high victory. This one out in front of it is Buckle, and a little bit too far off the bag. It's going to be another double play that's going to end the inning. The courtesy runner, Giglio, was a little bit too far off the bag and couldn't get back in time. F4 double play ends the inning and ends the threat.
Just when you thought they're going to get a couple runs.
For the 3rd straight inning, Shenango able to get the leadoff runner on base, but unable to score in 2 of those 3 innings. A 9-1 Laurel lead as we head to the 7th on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Top of the 7th inning and a red zone pitching change coming your way as it's going to be Brianna Alusha is going to step into the circle. Her 5th appearance on the year, 9 of the 3rd innings pitched on the year, but Kennedy Lynn over 130 pitches thrown. Changing it up here for the final inning. And it's 9-1, 2 hitters due up, Bear, Pancher, and Lang. Get you the stat line in a moment on Kennedy Lynn. One the count to Bear. Pinch hit, tried to hold her swing there, unable to do so. 1-2 the count.
Bounced back to the pitcher last time up.
Swing and a miss. So coming right in is Alusha and getting the strikeout. Her 19th K of the season. Kennedy Lynn, 6 innings pitched, 13 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them credited as earned runs. Struck out 7, walked 1, and hit 2 batters. Now top of the order, Ivy Pancher having herself a day, 3 for 4.
Struck out her last time up after hitting the ball hard the first 3 times at the plate.
Last time through the order, great job being done by Kennedy Lynn to keep those Laurel Spartans batters off balance. This one bounces its way in. 3-0 now the count, though, to Pancher. What a couple of days it's been, though. A triple yesterday, 4 runs scored, 4 RBI. She's 3 for 4 today. She's on base for the 4th time today as she draws the 1-out walk.
I don't think she'll run.
Yeah, stole for the county boast 14th stolen base of the year back in the first. Well, you say that, Jay, and she is off and running, and she's going to get called out. Good quick snap tag from Sydney Byerly to catch Ivy Pancher stealing.
Emma Herb with that beautiful throw.
Guess what? It's the first time she's been caught stealing all year. So now 2 down, and Macy Lang now 0-2 the count to her. RBI single and scored in the first, also singled and scored in the 6th. Last chance for Shenango will have 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the bottom of the 7th inning with Shippert, Pilch, and Christopher.
Herb has really shown that strong arm off this evening.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about her a lot, especially coming through the stretch run of the season and into the postseason, the way that she's dealing behind the dish. 2-2 now the count.
She even has a Laurel coaches commenting.
3-1 the count, excuse me. Said the first pitch was a strike. They corrected that to being a ball. So 3-1. Misses upstairs, ball 4. So second straight walk, caught stealing means still just 1 runner on base with 2 down, and Haley Fell stepping to the plate.
She's 2 for 4.
Outside, it misses for ball 1. I mean, just looking at what this Laurel lineup has done tonight, 13 hits, but it's all through, well, the top 7 have all gotten hits. The 8 and 9 spots, not as successful, but, you know, it's not just 1 or 2 hitters today. It's basically the entire lineup getting the job done.
That's where you want everybody hitting the ball, making contact. Not a lot of Ks tonight.
2-0 off speed in there for strike 1. Next week, mentioned that we'll have Elwood City hosting Mohawk on Monday. Then we'll go back to the baseball diamond on Tuesday. Shenango hosting Neshannock. Then we're going to really flip it up. Wednesday at noon, track right here at Shenango. The MAC Championships will be going on. We'll have coverage all day of the MAC Track and Field Championships on Wednesday. And then on Saturday, weather permitting, we'll have Union Wilmington in a nice non-section softball battle. We get our first chance to see both the Hounds and the Scotties. Runner goes on this 2-2 pitch, and in there with the swiped bag is Macy Lang, her second stolen base of the day. Count now full. This one fisted foul and out of play. And that's part of the reason why that pitch count has gotten so high, Jay. They've done a good job of extending counts, extending at bats like that. That's the 6th 2-strike foul ball that I have on my record tonight.
They're definitely make contact a lot.
This one, line drive towards center field. Good read there by Hoffey, as that was knuckling the entire way out to her to make the catch for the final out of the inning. 2 walks, no hits, and a runner left stranded on the bags. We'll keep it right here as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Shenango trailing Laurel 9-1. We're glad you're listening on Game Changer here tonight. Big thanks to both the Shenango and Laurel coaching staffs allowing us to try to patch in our audio feed to go along with their Game Changer account. Cool little addition that we're able to provide for you. Or if you're listening and watching on either our social media, Facebook or Twitter accounts, or if you're watching old school way on YouTube. Big shout out to everybody tuning in live or archived, including potentially, don't know for sure, but maybe Ms. Riley Balcom and family are tuning in from Hawaii, listening in and watching in as Laurel Spartans with a 9-1 advantage heading into this final inning. Claire Zeppelin has done a great job today, Jay, of stepping in. She has all week. Got a win on Monday against Riverside 9-0, and a big one here today if she can close out the last 3 innings here against a county rival.
I imagine she'll be pitching tomorrow night, too.
5 o'clock scheduled start for that game between the Spartans and the Lancers. It'll be game number 12 of the last 4 years between those two schools. Seven-pitch inning last inning for Zeppelin, and first pitch trying to bunt is Tegan Shippard, but it hits her in the box for strike 1. Had a bunt single, did Tegan, in her first at-bat. Man, talk about the youth of both these teams, but Shenango especially having 3 freshmen in the starting lineup. We know a couple of junior high kids that are going to be potentially making some big-time impacts maybe as early as next year as well.
Shenango definitely needs some base runners.
Again, there's no 8-run play in softball. Just get on base. Good hold there on the rise ball. Shippard able to hold off.
2 of the last 3 innings, they've got runners on base. Then the double plays took them out of the inning.
Byerly, Shippard, Pilch, all freshmen in the starting lineup for Shenango. This is going to be a tough play. Good job to cover by the second baseman as Macy Miller to Macy Lang. A 3-4 putout. Don't see it very often, but good job of doing the job.
They made a beautiful play. I didn't think the first base was going to get to the bag. And the second baseman very smartly got to first base and took the throw, and she was out by about a step and a half.
No, trust from Miller that her second baseman's going to be there, and got to be good communication by Macy Lang coming over and communicating and saying, I'm here for the flip. Great play all around. This one fouled back to the screen. Evens the count at 1-1. In our post game, we'll have a full Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. And again, give out our awards and pass out some t-shirts here as well. Another foul ball back to the screen. Jay, you're doing better at not flinching.
I flinched a little bit.
Jay, the cameras are facing out there. You could have said whatever you wanted, sir.
The guys behind me saw me flinch. I can't lie out of that one. Yep.
1-2 chopped on the left side. Haley Fell comes and makes a play and a nice strong throw across the diamond for the second out of the inning, and now Shenango down to their final out. And it's the lone senior, Cadence Christopher, stepping to the plate. A walk and a strikeout in her 2 plate appearances. Swings and misses at strike 1. Claire Zeppelin has been efficient all night long, and now she's 1 strike away from sole possession of second place in the section. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout ends at her 4th K of the night. And a 1-2-3 inning to end the game. Laurel 9, Shenango 1. Sole possession of second place in the section to Laurel, and a chance to get a tie for first place in just 24 hours. We'll recap this one here when we return 9-1 your final. Laurel wins on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shenango for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years. Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Tri-County Principals postgame show here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Laurel strikes early, strikes often. wins 9-1 here tonight over Shenango to take sole possession of second place, a 9-1 victory for the Spartans. And, you know, a pitcher on the mound or in the circle that you haven't had as much, essentially your number 2 pitcher on the year, best thing to do is to get a lead for that pitcher, and, man, did they do that in the first inning, Jay. That's one of the hottest starts to a game I've seen all year.
You start out the game, you're a little bit, the butterflies are going because she hadn't pitched that much this year, and you come out with that 4-run lead to start, then you sort of get in the groove a little bit, and she was definitely in the groove all evening.
9 runs, 13 hits, including 6 in that first inning. Let's just get through with the GEM Master Builders Craftsman scoring recap. Ivy Pancher, Macy Lang, Haley Fell, Maddie Evans all single to start the game. Lang and Evans with RBI singles. Hayden Seifert a 2-run double. It was 4-0 before they recorded an out, and actually it was Hayden Seifert getting out trying to stretch that double into a triple. It was 4 runs on 6 hits total in that first inning. Shenango, they would get 2 runners on base in the bottom of the first inning, unable to do anything with it, though. A couple of 1-2-3 innings on both sides. In the bottom of the 4th inning, a leadoff single for Sydney Byerly for Shenango, but a strikeout and a ground-out double play ended any threat there. A extension of the lead for Laurel in the top of the 5th, a 1-out ground ball Hayden Seifert able to reach on an error. She would score on the next pitch, Lexi Kroll an RBI double. She would then score on the next pitch on Lizzie Pasco's RBI single, extended the lead to 6-0. Shenango wouldn't give up. They would come back, leadoff single again for Cooper Buckle this time. Tegan Shippert with a bunt single. They were sacrificed into scoring position after a walk loaded the bases. Emma Herb drove one to deep left field, stayed in the park, but did score a run on the sacrifice, but then a flyout ended the inning, made the score at that point 6-1. Laurel strikes right back in the top of the 6th inning, a 1-out single from Macy Lang, followed up by an RBI single for Haley Fell to make it 7-1 at that point. After a walk and a fielder's choice, a 2-run, 2-out single for Lexi Kroll, her 3rd RBI of the day, made it a 9-1 advantage. And that's where it would stay the rest of the way. Sydney Byerly led off the 6th with a double, and then Kennedy Lynn a 1-out single, but a pop-out double play ended the inning, and then a 1-2-3 inning to retire the side down the stretch, giving Laurel the 9-1 advantage. There's your GEM Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family-owned and operated general contractors for 4 generations, building our community for 70 years. Visit them online, gembuilders.com, for more information. So Laurel now at 6-1 in the section, 10-3 overall, game out of the lead behind the Shannock. Shenango now in 3rd place with a 5-2 section record, 6-5 overall. They don't have long to wait, just about a week and a half before they will face each other again 11 days from now on the 28th. But right back to it, Laurel tomorrow will be at Neshannock, and Shenango will be off the rest of the week, but then they're at Riverside and New Brighton on Tuesday and Wednesday before hosting Neshannock next Friday. Your final time of the game, by the way, would have been, if I can do the math real quick, 1 hour, and 49 minutes. There's your time of the game. A couple of quick stats for you. We'll start with, we called Kennedy Lynn pitching 6 innings pitched. She'll be the losing pitcher tonight. Gave up 13 hits, 9 runs, 7 of which were earned. She struck out 7 and walked 1. Big shout out hitting the ball. Sydney Byerly had half of the team's hits. She went 3 for 3 with a double today for Shenango. Offensively for Laurel, all over the place hitting the ball. Ivy Pancher 3 for 4. Macy Lang 2 for 3. A couple stolen bases, a couple of runs scored. Haley Fell 2 for 4 with an RBI. Hayden Seifert, that 2 RBI double. Lexi Kroll, a couple of hits and 3 RBI. Lexi Pasco with an RBI. So everybody working it top to bottom through the lineup. Time to pass out some awards here before we wrap things up here on the Tri-County Principals postgame show. Let's start with our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Jay, talk about that play in the second inning, the bottom of the 3rd inning. Emma Herb gives one a ride into the deep right center gap. Ivy Pancher says, I got this.
She took off, and I didn't think she's going to have a chance. She kicked it in passing gear, and she just reached her hand out and just made a nice, looked like an easy catch, but it was a lot harder to look when she took off.
Yeah, you said that perfectly right there. She made it look easy, and definitely not going into the gap there in right center. So Ivy Pancher, the center fielder, with your Maley Chiropractic play of the game. She just received her customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. We might catch video of that play on Twitter and Instagram. Congratulations to Ivy Pancher, tonight's Maley Chiropractic play of the game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And also, she had three hits.
Absolutely. So leading off the the game and being the perfect leadoff person. Only scored once, actually, interestingly enough, tonight, but on base 4 times tonight, a big part of the success for the Spartans. But an even bigger part of the success, our MVP Insurance MVP of the game tonight, Jay. Claire Zeppelin came in. She did what she had to do. Very efficient. You'll get the full stats here in a moment, but how about just 72 pitches thrown in the win tonight?
That is very impressive because you usually have at least 90 to 100 pitches in a softball game. But she threw a lot of first pitch strikes, and she only had 1 walk. And for not pitching a lot, that is very impressive.
So let's pass out our MVP Insurance MVP of the game.
MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Claire Zeppelin of the Laurel Spartans. MVP Insurance and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Claire as tonight's MVP of the game. Claire will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go along to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Claire Zeppelin of the Laurel Spartans for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win.
So your final line score, Laurel with 9 runs on 13 hits, no errors. They did leave 9 runners stranded on the bags. Shenango 1 run on 6 hits, 3 errors. They left 7 runners stranded. And again, Laurel will be back in action tomorrow at Neshannock. Jay and Tim will be there for that. Make sure you tune in, 5 o'clock, big one there for a good game on Good Friday. And Shenango back in action coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Big shout-out again, everyone here, both coaching staffs, so great to us, and everyone here at Shenango always so hospitable. For Tim Continenza doing next to nothing for most of the night. He's going to go get the workout now and doing all the cleanup. Now, big shout-out to Tim helping us out with everything here today, kind of being pinch hit at the last second, getting some good stuff for us and getting ready for tomorrow's action. And, of course, our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Matt Flannery, doing all the great stuff behind the scenes, getting you up and ready for this game. Your final score one final time, Laurel 9, Shenango 1. Thanks for tuning in. For the entire LC Sportsnet crew and my broadcast colleague Jay Moan, I'm James Dotson saying so long and stay tuned. Tomorrow night, more softball action and more games coming up next week and the rest of the spring season, all right here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Have a great night, everyone. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home.